They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, we often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old. They can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Raiders' 40-yard line.
A throw out wide to Woods, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Complete to Robert Woods. A gain of 19 yards. And the Broncos first down.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
As this complete to Woods. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Broncos.
Now Wilson. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First and goal. A chance for an early statement here on the road. Henry is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
The 3-yard line.
Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right. On 2nd and goal, Wilson steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. To throw is Wilson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first here in Vegas. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
Yeah, it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And We'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down. The Raiders at 3-7 now in the year. But Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
This defense for the Broncos, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Fourth and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Adams, the man in motion right. Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
That's good. Las Vegas.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Scrimmage the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
14, got it. Check. 14.
After the interception, here's Wilson. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Off play action. Jordan. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
But that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Off the play fake. Jordan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Jacobs. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now...
And it'll be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 14-0.
Broncos 14, Raiders nothing.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Their own 18-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. In motion comes the tight end left. They go play action here on 1st down. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now they send the tight end in motion left. Off play action. Jordan. Touchdown Raiders. Darren Waller. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are back within a score. Extra point line Carlson up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. As the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
That one goes for 24 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. There's Wilson. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. There's Wilson to throw. And this one is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. Wilson will throw again. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson, he completes this to Sutton. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety.
I have to think the sooner halftime can get here for them, the better, because that first half has been rough. And that safety, it only adds to their issues. The other sideline, though, I think they're fine if we just skip the break and keep playing.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And the Raiders have got him. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack.
It's 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and that'll keep this a 9-point game.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a but this one winds up off the mark.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking deep for Adams. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And the tight end goes in motion left. A final shot before break. Jordan, he's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. This fielded right at the goal line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure they're friends from the defensive side of the...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Broncos are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. And that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Wilson's pass.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5. And the Broncos first down.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Complete to Robert Woods. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On the counter, it's Henry. And a short gain down to about the 33. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
First down, Broncos.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Raiders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Off the play fake, Jordan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of 30. That's good for a loss.
Throwing on 1st down. Jordan. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Adams, the man in motion right. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The slant connects with Devontae Adams. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Jordan. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 18 on the play.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Phillips now from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Henry out of the pistol. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On third down, Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because when the defense got it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you've got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And it's fielded at the 34. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Green will come in motion right. To throw on 3rd down. Jordan. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this 4th quarter. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. The run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Throwing on 2nd down, Wilson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson, the Broncos, after that sack. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. This is caught. It's Woods. And they move this all the way down to the 9. So 1st and goal. 6 points here will go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. Touchdown, Broncos. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos will add to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes this a 9-point game.
Broncos 23, Raiders 14.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very... And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
From the gun, it's Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Jordan looking deep for Adams. And got his man complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, Charles, he's still a young single corner in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Phillips now for the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Henry on first down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or 2 at most. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Throwing is Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Again, Wilson. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wilson wants to throw it. And this one is incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Wilson to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
In motion comes the tight end left. Throwing now is Wilson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. In motion left goes a tight end. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Pass complete. It's Adams.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Back to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And incomplete on the deep ball. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Final shot. They'll look to throw. He'll look downfield for Waller. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
What a game.